This is printmaking. There are many artists who use printmaking as their main media. If you look closely at this picture, you can see a hand is lifting a paper off of something else. That something else is called a plate or a matrix. The artist worked on this plate for a long time. Then they put ink on it. Ink only touched the parts that were popping up, and then they pressed a paper on top. As a result, they can make several prints from this plate. The first print you have probably ever made was a dirty fingerprint. That's because on our fingers, there are raised portions and lowered portions. The part that is raised leaves a print when something is on it. One of the most famous printmakers is Albrecht Dürer. Just look at this beautiful print. Our eyes look at the details. We see dark and white. We see small parts and larger parts. A good print keeps your eye interested for a long time. This is another very famous printmaking artist, Andy Warhol. He used printmaking to make multiple versions of something, which we can do too. In fact, being able to make multiples of your work is what attracts so many artists to printmaking. So this is an old-fashioned printing press. A printer is lining up the paper to use on his plate, and then he will feed it through that press, which presses the paper down onto the plate. And this is an example of the ways that people have been using printmaking for a long time. Before computers, before televisions, if you wanted to get information out, you had to make printed copies, pass things out, spread it across the land. This is also how they advertised with posters. This is how businesses first got the information out that they were open and ready for business. They included beautiful lettering and beautiful art. Notice on these plates that the letters and words are all backwards. That's what you need to do so that it prints forwards on a paper. And printmaking is ages old. This is a medieval print of people using a printing press. We're going to be using something called Scratchboard to make our art. It's easy to scratch and to scratch our board, but you still have to plan your work. With one Scratchboard, you can make multiple prints. We're going to be making prints about Portland. So you get to plan and decide what will make a beautiful print that we can sell in our gift shop about Portland. Artists have been making images about Portland and printing them for a long time. And this time you get to try something out. Think about Portland's features. Think about Portland's history. Think about the beauty of Portland. This is one where they were able to use 3 different colors. Ours will be simple and small, but you can still use lots of line and detail to make it really cool for the viewer. And then we will sell them in our gift shop.